your mortgage to a rated APR in the twos and taking cash out for the things in life you need. At Cash Call Mortgage, we'll even pay the title, escrow, and appraisal fees. Home values have soared and interest rates are at all-time lows. But the clock is ticking on how long these rates and APRs will stay this low. Imagine a mortgage rate in the twos and some extra cash in your pocket. For a free quote to see if you qualify, go to cashcallmortgage.com or call us today. Call 800-633-0861. That's 800-633-0861. 800-633-0861.
Looking for your next investment? Want to cash out of stock market risk and volatility? Here are 8 reasons to consider NRIA's proven real estate development fund. Monthly cash flow payouts of 10% annualized and bonuses to 21% target. We strategically locate in lower-risk, high-demand areas people are moving to. New construction is short on supply. Real estate affords diversification and safety from stock market risk and volatility. We have substantial property assets selling out every month, supporting your investment. Our short and long-term strategy provides for steady returns today and major upside targets. Our buildings are socially responsible, environmentally friendly, and pandemic hardened. We are an industry leader with a 15-year proven track record. Hedge against inflation and receive steady cash flow. Start your due diligence at nria.net or call 800-800-1414. That's 800-800-1414.
An offer of securities is only made by the NRIA Private Placement Memorandum. Read it first. Past performance does not guarantee future results. NRIA is a real estate development firm. Learn more at nria.net.
Californians can return their recall ballots through September 14th. Just put your completed ballot in the postage-paid envelope, sign the back, and return by mail, at a drop box, or in person. Learn more at vote.ca.gov. I know summer's almost over, but you know what won't stop? This face and this body. Yeah, I'll take a Wahlburger and the fries. And now the top 5 reasons to visit Morongo. Number 5.
Skip balance, fire, and win. Just earn 500 points on the rewards card, and you're guaranteed to win up to $100 in cash or free slot play.
Number 4.
Go big on game day. Big games need big TVs, and we've got both at Morongo.
3.
Sapphire September giveaway. Get a 1.5-quart sauce pot when you earn 500 points on the rewards card. The 13th or 14th.
Number 2.
Wahlburgers and Sideline Sports Bar are a winning combination. Burgers, beers, and a 30-foot video screen.
And the number 1 reason.
Get funky with the Commodores. Live October 1st. We will sell out. Get your tickets now.
Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Morongo. Good times.
Our iconic iHeartRadio Music Festival is finally back September 17th and 18th at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Billie Eilish, Keith Curtis, Coldplay, Darius Rucker, Dua Lipa, Fania, J. Cole, Journey, Khalid, Lil Baby, Nelly, Sam Hunt, Weezer, with special guests Florida Georgia Line, Walker Hayes, and more. Streaming free on the CW app and CWTV.com and live on iHeartRadio stations across America. Our 2021 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
God only knows how long I'll be at this job.
I know it's been 30 years at KFI, but you never know.
One day they can just say, you know, Neil, it's either you lose weight or we have to widen the doors. We might have to part ways. The Fork Report with Neil Saavedra. Or would you say, you know what? You're just too handsome. That's probably where it'll go.
Tomorrow afternoon at 2
On KFI AM 640.
More stimulating talk.
Johnny Payton Show, John Cobelt and Ken Shampo, KFI, AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. I'm reading that French Laundry article you mentioned in the Washington Post. Yes, this is one of the most absurd things ever, and that is saying a lot. That's right, well, it's something worth getting into. Later on in the show, it's comparing the French Laundry restaurant to California's situation. It's also heavily infused with wokeness. I noticed when they refer to white people, it's now capitalized. Have you noticed that? No. Oh, yes. People and the waiters are described as white, capital W. What does that mean? What's the significance of that? For some reason, all the idiots in journalism a few months ago decided that black has to be capitalized, capital B, and some still had white in lowercase. I've noticed it, that white was in lowercase, black was capital B, but now the Washington Post is capitalizing the W in white. It always makes me wonder, what do you do with Asian people? You're going to call them yellow, which is really horrendous. You can't do that. So where do they fit into this scheme of the black and white world?
It's capital A for Asian.
And Latinos are brown people?
Well, Hispanic for this, capital H.
Yeah, you see? So they move from the colors to the ethnicity.
Right. Yeah, because
Anyway. This weekend, well, tomorrow, KFI's got a 2-hour special called 9/11, 2 decades later. You can hear it at 3 p.m. and again at 8 p.m. tomorrow, hosted by Steve Gregory. Features security, military, and aviation experts who answer the question, is America safer today than 20 years ago? There's also a companion podcast that features extended interviews and some guests who won't be heard on the radio special. It's available beginning tomorrow on the iHeartRadio app. All right, so the Supreme Court let us down. We did this story a few weeks ago, maybe months ago. There's a Texas death row inmate who was scheduled to be executed the other night. He killed a convenience store worker during a 2004 robbery that netted $1.25. Terrible. John Henry Ramirez is the murderer's name. The Supreme Court blocked his execution. He was condemned for fatally stabbing 46-year-old Pablo Castro, who worked at this convenience store in Corpus Christi, Texas. You know what the reason was? For years it was, this is a 3-drug protocol. No. And by the way, Texas just has the 1 drug, pentobarbital. It's because Texas wouldn't allow the pastor to hold his hand when he died. And I'm thinking, all right, he couldn't hold his hand. Why would you tell him? Why do you have to be...
that put an extra jolt. Maybe the pastor will get a little shocked too.
See, in April, Texas prison system reversed the 2-year ban on allowing, quote, I like this term, spiritual advisors in the death chamber. So they do allow them in there, but apparently they have a problem with the Buddhist spiritual advice. It wasn't allowed in. However, there's no touching, no contact, and you cannot have vocal prayers during execution. So they were standing firm, no, he cannot hold your hand while you die. So this guy's lawyer appealed this, and apparently the U.S. Supreme Court, saying it was 1 judge or more, put a stay on this exit, put a block in it.
Because the pastor should be allowed to touch him and vocalize prayers.
Yeah, this is the First Amendment. Right to your religious spirit.
All right, well then let him pray and let him hold hands, and then
yeah. As long as it's not an electrocution execution. I like making that joke. Wonder why. So electrocution, you don't want to hold his hand, right? I don't think you'll get any of the deadly drugs, though.
What a stupid fight. Honestly, as long as you're killing him, who cares whose hand he's holding?
I don't know why they had to remain so boneheaded about this.
Yeah, because they're not very bright. They're in government.
They wanted to stand firm. All right, when we come back, we're going to talk to a woman who's been on our show before. Her email to us on this issue. SoCal Edison burned our house down. Now they're charging us for power that's not being used. But her update to the story, and by the way, her home was destroyed in that. Remember the Bobcat fire? Apparently it was a couple of years back. Anyway, she's finding it impossible to rebuild with all the LA County red tape. You would think that they would go out of their way to help her rebuild after her home was burned down thanks to a utility, but that's not the way it works with government. We'll talk about it again.
Johnny Ken Show, KFI, and Deborah Marquez, KFI.
What the hell is going on? Well, we're about to tell you.
KFI.
And KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
A first for OC. I'm Deborah Mark, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. Orange County has recorded its first COVID-19 death of a child younger than 5.
Health officials say it's the second COVID-19 death for a child under 18. Both kids had underlying health conditions. OC Deputy Health Officer Dr. Regina Kwong says more must be done to protect the younger kids who are not yet eligible for vaccination.
Kids can get sick, and unfortunately they can actually get severely ill, and we need to keep this in mind and keep them protected by making sure everybody who is around those kids get vaccinated.
Officials say the number of COVID-19 cases, case rates, hospitalizations, and ICU admissions all continue to trend down. In Orange County, Corbin Carson, KFI News.
Several Republican governors have threatened to sue President Biden over his executive order to require large companies to mandate COVID-19 vaccines. Texas Governor Greg Abbott says it's an assault on private businesses. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki says the president has the authority to impose vaccine mandates under an act approved by Congress 50 years ago.
The law basically requires the Department of Labor to take action when it finds grave risk to workers. And certainly a pandemic that killed more than 600,000 people qualifies as grave risk to workers.
President Biden invited Republican governors to, as he put it, have at it when talking of lawsuits. An appeals court in Florida has reinstated the governor's ban on mask mandates in schools. A judge had blocked the ban Wednesday, saying Governor Ron DeSantis overreached when he issued an executive order in late July. DeSantis says parents should be able to decide what's best for their kids. The state threatened to withhold funding from districts that violate the order and require masks. Police cases are up 23% in L.A.
LAPD Chief Moore says year-to-date there have been 597 cases. Same time period last year it was 484.
When you look at some of the underlying factors that are increasing the instances of pursuit, you look at auto theft, which has increased this year versus last 5.4%. Over a 2-year period, it has increased by more than 44%.
Moore says shootings are also a contributing factor to pursuits. Typically officers who respond to car-to-car shootings or car-to-person shootings. Moore says so far this year there have been 961 shootings. Steve Gregory, KFI News.
Governor Newsom has cast his ballot in the election to remove him from office.
We're going to win this election. The way you do that is productive.
Newsom urged people to get their ballots in today, tomorrow, or on Election Day, which is Tuesday.
I want to remind everybody the importance and imperative of voting and exercising their rights, which are under assault all across this country by the same folks that appear on the other side of this ballot.
Those running against Newsom in the recall, including Larry Elder, former San Diego Mayor Kevin Faulconer, and State Assemblyman Kevin Kiley, have criticized Newsom on crime, homelessness, and pandemic-related mandates and failures. And U.S. officials are remembering the impact 9/11 had on the rest of the world.
People from more than 90 countries lost their lives that day. Every one of them someone's child, someone's parent, someone's sibling, someone's friend.
Secretary of State Anthony Blinken says that even if someone was on the other side of the world when 9/11 happened, it felt deeply personal, and it still does. We have a car fire on the 57 in Brea.
This is on the northbound side, and it is blocking the Imperial Highway off-ramp. So looks like they're cleaning up here, but until they're all finished, you can't exit there. Just exit at Lambert instead. We're going to check in with Mike O'Brien, KFI in the Sky, sponsored by Injury Attorney, SuperwomanSuperLawyer.com. Let's head out to Glendale.
And Angel, looks like we have a little problem here on the 134 eastbound at Brand Central. I'm not sure it was an accident or stall, but when I get over it, the lanes are clear. So, in a recovery mode, kind of thanks, but no thanks for the memories from Bob Hope Drive. Now, up ahead, you're in Pasadena, you're going to be on the brakes on that East 91 or East 210. That's going to start at about downtown Los Pasadena there at Fair Oaks. Fair Oaks is on and off the brakes out to Citrus, and then once again, much of the way through San Dimas. Really not much of a gap to the slowing at baseline again through Rancho Cucamonga. So it's a very tough trip there. Looks like the 10 eastbound, not a whole lot better. We've got slowing there from City Terrace over through West Covina. Going to loosen up a bit, and then back on for the Kellogg interchange through Montclair. Injured in an accident? Visit SuperwomanSuperLawyer.com. Mike O'Brien, KFI in the Sky.
In Capo Beach, 5 southbound, heading into the Dana Point area, just past Camino Capistrano. A car fire blocking the carpool in left lane. Big delays out of San Juan Capistrano. KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Angel Martinez.
This hour of KFI is brought to you by Sunlux, your best value in solar for all your energy needs. Sunlux.com.
Steamy weekend ahead. We'll tell you about it next.
If you want to sell your house or condo real fast, real easy, you call Seller's Advantage and they'll buy it as is for cash.
Hey, with Seller's Advantage, guess what? There are no realtor fees or commissions, no escrow fees, no repairs needed. There won't be any of those open houses, which means no strangers walking through your home. They're going to buy your house or condo for cash.
Damon and Doug from Seller's Advantage bought a house from one of our KFI listeners. Guy wanted to sell and met with real estate agents, then with Seller's Advantage and compared the numbers. Who did he pick? Seller's Advantage.
All right, he ended up with the same money. Same bottom line. There were no hassles, no repairs, no headaches, no open houses. And he says working with Seller's Advantage
That was the easiest real estate transaction he has ever completed.
Want to sell your house? You call Seller's Advantage. See how much your house is worth.
All right, call now. It's a free, easy quote. 888-321-AS-IS. 888-321-AS-IS. That's 888-321-AS-IS.
CRE number 0196165. sellersadvantage.com.
Hey, it's your buddy Conway here. Have you ever been in the backyard barbecuing with the kids and you want a really cold beer, but not all that alcohol in that hot sun? Boom! Reach for a Heineken 0.0. It's all the quality you love in Heineken and with zero alcohol. I call that a dig dog. Now you can enjoy an ice-cold can of Heineken and still rule the pool area. So grab a pack or get one delivered and put the can back into summer. Must be 21 to purchase. Please drink responsibly.
The KFI Financial Report brought to you by Bay Alarm. The Dow closed down 272, S&P 500 down 35, NASDAQ down 133, and the average price of a gallon of regular gas in California is $4.39.
Bay Alarm will keep your commercial fire system in compliance so you're up to code, not up all night.
Southland weather from KFI. It's going to be hot tomorrow. 70s at the beaches, mid-80s to mid-90s for Metro LA, 90 to 104 in the valleys, 95 for Inland OC, 97 to 102 in the IE. Pretty similar situation for your Sunday. Right now, 87 in Orange, 71 Huntington Beach, 96 in Northridge, and 92 in Sun Valley. We lead local, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Deborah Mark.
John and Ken Show. John Cobell, Ken Champo. It's KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
All right, we're just an hour away from the last hour of the week, which brings us the Moist Line people. And yes, they're back. The mob members will help us throw somebody in the dumpster at 5:35 p.m. John and Ken's Hacking a Dumpster. Today's hint, this person was on our show, and I think the same topic 3 years ago, the topic that we're throwing them into the dumpster for. Today with the development this week in the news.
All right. A while back, we had Cheryl Poindexter on. She was a victim in the Bobcat fire.
Yes, this was September of 2020. She says that her home, her barn, her guest house, everything I ever owned was burnt in that fire. 11-acre ranch, a nonprofit animal sanctuary. She lost her cat, lost koi fish, and a horse. And says she was severely injured during the evacuation. This is a fire that ultimately seems to have been the responsibility of SoCal Edison.
And the problem is she can't get her house built.
The problem is, right, trying to get past all the LA County regulations in rebuilding is driving her nuts.
It's the dumb government workers again with all their blockhead rules. Why wouldn't you expedite the permits for somebody whose house burned down?
Particularly when it may have been a utility's fault.
Right. Why don't you care? I don't understand that. Whoever works in these building permit departments, utility burns their house down and you can't help? I don't get it. Well, we'll get Cheryl Poindexter on to see where we're at in her story. Cheryl, thank you for coming on again.
Hey, thank you for having me again.
Well, so when you say you can't get the permits, what is the issue? They say no, they don't answer the phone, they're always closed. What is it?
It's just, every time you think you're going to get the permit, they throw another thing at you.
Like what?
And, the latest thing that I finally overcame was the road easement. There was a road going into my property, and a lot of my neighbors are having the same problem with road easements that have been here for 80 years. And the fire department, which is ironic because they let our Juniper Hills burn down in the first place, are the ones that are giving us the problem.
They don't want you to build too close to the road?
No, they won't let us use our roads that already are in. They want us to build new roads. Oh. So I couldn't do that. So, my road is 15 feet wide, which was okay, and then...
Hold on. They want you not only to build your house, but to build your own road.
Yeah, we have to, even though there's a road that still exists, that we've been using for 80 years.
I thought roads were part of the deal with the taxes, right? They built the roads because we pay so much in taxes?
Yeah, you think? So I had to hire a civil engineer and get, all the clearances and everything to I had to pay another $1,000 to a civil engineer to get them to give me the road easement. And so my neighbor, it's such a long, horrible story, but I finally got that. And so they approved that and thinking that, okay, coast is clear, now I can do this. And now I have to deal with a fire fuel modification thing where I have to do a very complicated drawing of the plants that are existing on my property that didn't burn down, and I have to tell them what I want to plant in the future.
Why?
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. That's what's so weird about it.
Are they insane?
So this is the county, building and safety? What is this department you're dealing with?
This is the fire department.
The fire department?
Yeah.
County fire department.
Yeah. So, it's insane. It's like I have to do a detailed landscape plan and of all proposed structures, square footage of each structure, remodeling, fuel modification zones delineated around structures, newer remodels, property boundary, blah, blah, blah. I mean, amazing.
Is this because your property isn't kind of what they consider a high fire danger zone, or?
Yeah. Uh-huh. And so, instead of them concentrating on clearing the dead trees in the San Gabriel Mountains, they're nailing us.
Yeah, and to make sure that their utilities, power lines don't go down and cause fires, because that had nothing to do with you. Right.
Right, exactly.
Do you deal with different people when you talk to them, or?
Oh, yeah, I have several, a lot of people, but, they had a really nice thing up here. It was, nonprofit people all got together, and there was some people there that is helping us cut through the red tape. But it's extremely frustrating because, you couldn't get anybody on the phone, you couldn't get anybody to answer any questions, and they had been cutting through the red tape.
What do they do? Wait a second. What do they do all day? These people have a job. It should be a job to expedite the building for those who got burned out by SoCal Edison.
Yeah, I was talking to a contractor several contractors won't even build in LA County anymore. That they are just doing remodeling because they said it's impossible to get the permit through. And I was talking to another contractor who said that it was a neighbor who was trying to get something done here. And in San Bernardino County, you can go in and you show your paperwork and what they require, and boom, they give you a stamp and they give you a permit immediately, and you walk out with the permit. LA County takes months. And he asked them, why is it got to be that way? And they said, oh, well, we're really sorry. No, he says, no, you don't apologize. Just tell me why it takes so long for LA County and San Bernardino. You can get it right over the counter. And nobody can explain that to us.
Wow, that is so screwed up. Yeah. And this is the county of LA or the city?
Yeah,
County.
Yeah.
So it's the county of LA.
LA County Building and Safety and the Fire Department. And they now the next thing that was insane is that we all have 5,000 gallon well tanks. We all have wells. And they want 10,000 gallon tanks. So I have to get another 5,000 gallon tank on my property, even though it's been okay for 40 years.
Crazy.
And not one fire department hooked up to our tank to put our fires out. Not one.
Why not?
They were all up at, Mount Wilson, where the money was. Defending Mount Wilson.
Oh, right, yes. Cheryl, now we feel really bad for you.
If I could bulldoze the whole LA County government for you, I would.
You are. You're doing a hell of a job, and I'm right behind you.
All right. Well, thanks for the update. Stay in touch. See how many years this takes.
Wait, before you go, I know. I just want to say that I spent $209,000 and $25,000 of it were permits, and I still don't have a permit to build. And I would like to say, and everyone's insurance has gone up 85%. 85%.
It's so outrageous. But, we have 5 idiots here, the county supervisors, just brain stems. And I don't know what to do. This is who the people pick to run the place, and they create a monster.
Yes. Yeah.
And then SoCal Edison burns you down, and nobody in LA County helps. Yeah.
Exactly. They're just burying us. I don't think they want us to build up here. They want us all down in the, lowlands, but keep an eye on us, I guess.
All right, Cheryl. Gotta run. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
I don't know if we've mentioned she's up in the area of Juniper Hills. You know Juniper Hills, John? And I from the Angeles National
Yes,
Park.
I remember in the fire.
On the way up there in the Antelope Valley, on the way to Little Rock, which we talked about recently with the sex offender. Yeah, in that area, Acton. Anyway,
It's probably Catherine Barger's area. Maybe she should do something. But all the other county supervisors take 5 minutes from issuing restrictions against businesses and help her and all the others with weird, stupid red tape with I even hate that phrase. Just give people the permits. Let them build. Stop it.
And if you're worried because we're in a high fire danger zone, then do something with SoCal Edison's power lines and all the problems they cause with fires. It's not the people living there.
SoCal Edison pays out all the cash.
We got more coming.
Johnny KFI, Deborah Marquez.
Dodgers pitcher Trevor Bauer is out for the season. His administrative leave has been extended through the end of the World Series over allegations of sexual assault. California's Assembly is set to hold a final vote on a bill that would change the state's spousal rape law. It would treat the rape of a spouse the same as that of a non-spouse. The LA County Health Department has put out an ocean water use warning for the coast off Santa Monica. The health department says people should be careful swimming, surfing, and playing in the ocean near the Santa Monica Pier. We have trouble on the 5, and we will check in with the KFI in the sky next.
Hey.
Yep, life is full of surprises. And one of the worst surprises you can experience is when you get into an accident and you're injured. So that's where our friends at Sweet James Accident Attorneys come in. They'll help you out.
Personal injury is the only thing Sweet James does. They've helped thousands of listeners. They've got medical treatment for the people, and they've recovered millions of dollars every month.
That's right. There is no justice. None. In accepting a low offer from the insurance company after your injury has changed your life.
You'll need help navigating the legal system to make sure you get the medical care. Make sure you get your vehicle repaired and the most amount of money possible. You won't pay a dime until they win your case.
That's important. If you're ever injured in an accident, call Sweet James for a free consultation. It's 800-500-5200. That's 800-500-5200. And SweetJames.com. Get justice with Sweet James.
Dodgers pitcher and reigning NL Cy Young Award winner Trevor Bauer will miss the remainder of the season after Major League Baseball agreed to extend his administrative leave through the World Series. After the Giants win over the Cubs today, the Dodgers now trail them by 3 games in the NL West. They'll be hosting the San Diego Padres this weekend. And the Lakers have agreed to trade Marc Gasol, a second-round pick, and cash to the Grizzlies for the draft rights to Wong Jilin. I'm J.D. Haffron. Want to see the Rams and Chargers without fighting traffic or searching for parking? Now you can with G-Trans new line 7X Stadium Express. Just $4 round trip to SoFi Stadium every Sunday. It's a real game changer. Learn more at ridegtrans.com.
We have a car fire on the 5 in Dana Point.
This is on the southbound side, just before Pacific Coast Highway. It's blocking the carpool and the left lane, but these delays. Wow, it's backing up all the way from almost the 73 merge, closer to J. Sarah, closer to the barn that you see on the side of the freeway at Farmers Farm. So watch out there. A lot of people bailing off of the freeway and trying to take Rancho Viejo Road as an alternate, or even on the west side of the freeway, the Robert McCollum Memorial Bicycle Trail Road. So watch out there. Camino Capistrano also connects with that. Let's check out the drive with Mike O'Brien, KFI in the Sky, sponsored by Injury Attorney, SuperWomanSuperLawyer.com. Let's head out to Downey.
Yeah, because the trouble for the 5 is 605. Actually, 605 southbound right after 5. That earlier problem of motorcycles went down. It's all clear now. The lanes are open. It's still suffering, though. Very tough now, leaving the 10 on that south 605. The north 605, the brakes there for the 105. Almost that whole straight stretch up to Valley Boulevard, up to the 10 where the loosens up. The 60 eastbound out of East LA interchange, loading up right off the East LA interchange. Split there with the 5. That's going to be tough over the Paramount. And then once again, looks like a problem now in the Hacienda Heights. 60 eastbound of Hacienda Boulevard. And there's having the slowing there. That's backing up through the 605 and continues to go through Rolling Heights over to the 5760. Injured in an accident? Visit SuperWomanSuperLawyer.com. Mike O'Brien, KFI in the Sky.
KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Angel Martinez.
This report is sponsored by Sam and Ash Injury Law. Sam and Ash Injury Law, a personalized injury law firm. Decades of experience with a laser-focused client approach. Choose Sam and Ash Injury Law if hurt in an accident. A powerful team that is confident and wins accident cases. Talk with someone right now. 800-304-2000 or samandashlaw.com.
Looking to sell your valuable coins, high-end jewelry, collectibles, or fine art? Meet Cindy. She's been around the block when it comes to buying and selling jewelry.
I buy jewelry to resell. I've been going to Tangible for about 6-7 years.
Tangible just pays more.
Here's a great example of the tangible difference. I bought a gold and sapphire bracelet. I shopped it around. They offered me $50. They offered me $100. I bought it to Tangible and gave me $475 for it.
More cash, more respect.
Tangible treats me as well as they'd be the person coming in with, $10,000 worth of gold.
Tangible Investments owner Phil DeGenova has become America's top dealer in coins, precious metals, jewelry, and fine art. Phil guarantees you'll get more.
Everything I've heard about them on the radio is true.
Call now for a no-obligation free professional appraisal. 800-711-2800. 800-711-2800. 800-711-2800.
If you want out of your house, moving, downsizing, you have financial issues, maybe you've inherited, so you list it with a broker, and that means hours of cleaning and paving and repairing and paying big fees. So let me give you another way of doing it. You get a fair price without any of that. Buyer never walks through your house. There's never an appraisal, no commission, and you can get paid in cash within 10 days or less if you need it. That's directbuyers.com. That's the company that Janet and Matt, brother and sister, own, and I love the way they do business. They'll never lowball you. They're just honest folks. And let me tell you, a lot of schmucks in this industry, and that's not what they are. They'll give you an honest, no-obligation offer and even offer a $15,000 cash advance before closing. Go to directbuyers.com. That's directbuyers.com. Call 844-242-SELL. 844-242-SELL. directbuyers.com.
Did you know the Auto Club offers competitive rates on auto insurance? Go to AAA.com/insurance for a free quote today and find out how much you could save. Insurance through the Auto Club. Visit AAA.com/insurance today.
Look, staying healthy isn't easy. Watching diet, eating health, avoiding stress. But a good night's rest helps boost your overall health and wellness. And it couldn't be easier. The new Sleep Number 360 smart bed senses and automatically adjusts, keeps you both effortlessly comfortable. The result? You wake up ready for anything. Proven quality sleep is life-changing sleep. Don't miss the final days of the biggest sale of the year, where all smart beds are on sale. Save 50% on the new Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed. Ends Monday. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
Take a look at your legs. Are your veins twisty, bulging, painful, and embarrassing? West Medical offers the latest minimally invasive solutions to erase varicose veins fast. Varicose veins are caused by broken valves, and they don't heal on their own, so don't wait. Call 1-800-WEST-MED for a private consultation. Treatments are covered by most PPO insurance, and they also offer great financing. Call 1-800-WEST-MED or visit westmedical.com today.
I have a secret for women. The silent treatment? Not quite the downer you think it is?
Really?
So we get to find out, you're going to walk around the house for 3 days and not say anything? The Jim Conway Jr. Show. Where's the downside?
Weeknights at 6 on KFI.
Johnny Tech Show, John Cobell, KFI, Kfi Am 640 live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app.
Well, tomorrow will be the 20th anniversary of the 9/11 attacks. One story that I saw that I did not know before, and believe me, if this were you, this would bother you too, even 20 years later. There's an ABC News story. They talked to a man by the name of Vaughn Alex, who back on September 11th, 2001, was a ticket agent at Dulles International Airport. And two guys arrived, and they seemed to be in a hurry. They wanted to make Flight 77. That's the one that slammed into the Pentagon. Let's play the story from ABC News, the interview done by Gio Benitez.
When you come in here and you see that ticket counter, does it bring you back to that morning? Everything brings you back to that morning.
Vaughn Alex is talking about the morning that changed our world.
There's chaos in New York at the moment. There have been not one but two incidents.
Two late-arriving first-class passengers came rushing through the doors at Dulles International Airport in Virginia.
They're late, they stopped, they were confused, they were looking back and forth, and then they made a beeline for where I was working with my agent.
Vaughn was at the American Airlines ticket counter, training two agents.
We were just sitting around, and two late passengers came running in the terminal, stopped, and I was joking. I looked at my agent, and I said, watch, these two are for Flight 77, and they were.
But as we now know, they weren't just any passengers. They were Salem and Nawaf al-Hazmi, two of the five hijackers on Flight 77, which later crashed into the Pentagon.
So you had about 20 minutes until that flight?
Well, just under 20 minutes.
And I told the agents, because they were new, I said, let me show you how we handle late arriving passengers. And we did everything according to the book.
The two brothers would openly work for security. You can see them here in the surveillance video. One of them set off the metal detector.
So at what point did you learn what happened with Flight 77? I walked into the back room to talk to the supervisor on duty, and I said, hey, there's a rumor about 77, tell me that it's not true. And the three of them just turned around and looked at me, and it was like, get out. And I knew all of the cabin crew. I've worked with them for years. What I didn't know until about mid-morning, when the FBI was talking to me, was that those last two passengers that I checked in were actually two of the hijackers.
What did you think at that moment?
I looked at them and I said, I did it, didn't I? And they were like, what did you do? And I said, I put those two on the flight. And it was just devastating. It was just absolutely devastating.
An extreme guilt would torture Vaughn for years to come. So much so that still, 20 years later, there are some things he'd rather not discuss.
And what was your mind doing in those following years? I blame my